In the serene embrace of rolling hills, a young artist named Lily once painted her dreams. Her vivid imagination and unique perspective on the world breathed life into canvases that spoke of her deepest emotions. A daring vision sparked within her, challenging the confines of traditional art. With trepidation, Lily shared her masterpiece at a town exhibition where whispers of doubt and skepticism loomed. Fast forward 50 years, Lily faces the final chapter of her life, battling stage 4 cancer. As she nears the moment of meeting Jesus, a man in white appears, offering a choice, a gift before departure or an immediate journey. Lily, without hesitation, opts for the gift first. The scene unfolds in an exhibition room, now filled with cheers and flowers, as a younger Lily takes the spotlight with her creation. Tears of joy stream down her face, yet beneath the surface, regret lingers. A heavy realization weighs on her heart. If only back then, I had ignored judgment and focused on my true vision. If you've ever found yourself in a situation where you had to kickstart something or present in front of a group, you've likely experienced a similar feeling. It's that fear of judgment, the fear that keeps us restrained and hinders us from reaching our true potential. To comprehend why we place such importance on others' opinions, let's rewind to the dawn of human history. Humans, like many other animals, evolved to be social beings. Our survival relied on tight-knit communities, tribes, and clans. Together, we hunted, built shelters, and shielded one another from potential threats. The unity made us not just survive, but thrive. Consequently, being ousted from the community often meant facing severe consequences, even death. With the conveniences of today's technology, the tasks of constructing shelter, hunting, and safeguarding oneself from wildlife were nearly insurmountable for an individual. Regrettably, even in our contemporary society, where concerns about predators have waned and we possess the tools and resources for sustenance, clothing, and shelter, the innate need for group affiliation has struggled to adapt to our current reality. In the past, the fear revolved around the possibility of being left isolated and exposed to the harsh elements. Today, that fear is transformed. We worry about being canceled on Twitter for expressing our thoughts, being criticized on Instagram for repeating outfits, or receiving negative comments on YouTube, where people claim our voice has become monotonous and uninspiring. This sense of social exclusion has been exacerbated significantly due to the influence of social media. Through the introduction of likes and dislikes, we've illuminated the innate desire for instant validation and acknowledgement. It's fascinating how a simple number can quantify the support we receive, and this number, at times, becomes addictive. It reaches a point where our authentic voice takes a back seat, and we start uttering things solely to garner the most likes. Before you realize it, you're tailoring your thoughts, images, and statements to attract attention and validation from others. Frequently, our cherished influencers compromise authenticity for algorithmic favor. A video addressing WWESS atrocities by Adolf Hitler faced challenges within YouTube's advertiser-friendly standards. Accepting this, such conditioning enforces conformity, suppressing expressions that may challenge financial power. It echoes the irony of being told about freedom of speech, constrained only when mouths are closed. Throughout my upbringing, I always felt a sense of being different. While I sought camaraderie and social inclusion, I harbored questions about the universe that many were hesitant to explore. Who engages in discussions about death and the afterlife on the school playground? Due to that, I always felt like an outlier, akin to a puzzle piece from a different set. Consequently, I grew up carrying the concern that others would perceive me as peculiar and distinct. In an attempt to blend in, I diligently concealed my existential anxieties, striving to conform like everyone else. There's a significant likelihood that, at some point, you were a youngster like me, harboring a deep fear of being disliked. To avoid being labeled as different, you shielded your true self, just as I did. If you find yourself still grappling with these concerns, take a moment to listen. Stop placing excessive importance on the opinions of others and start embracing an authentic way of living. While caring about what others think can be constructive, it turns detrimental when we alter ourselves solely for the sake of gaining approval. Your experience on this floating rock will be far more fulfilling if you choose to live true to yourself. If someone rejects you for being genuine, it's a clear sign that they were never meant to be part of your journey. Now, if this sounds like an idealistic dream detached from reality, I empathize because the sad truth is, fair judgment from others is a fundamental aspect of our society. It's the basis that keeps our communities functioning. We establish laws, and those who break them face judgment. We agree on moral principles, and those who violate them may face social ostracization. In the workplace, school, and society at large, we are continually judged. As disheartening as it may seem, gossip and ostracism play a role in serving the greater good. In a 2014 study led by Stanford professor Rob Willer, the relationship between gossip, ostracism, and the harmony of experimental groups was explored. The study revealed that groups permitting members to gossip and vote out underperforming individuals were more successful in sustaining cooperation and preventing selfish behavior compared to groups without such mechanisms. While ostracism often carries a negative connotation, the study showcased its crucial role in preventing the exploitation of the weak and vulnerable. Consider this scenario. Have you ever been part of a school project group where one person contributed nothing, knowing the group would compensate for their lack of effort? How did that make you feel? Now, envision a scenario where you could remove such individuals from the group and share information with other groups about their lack of teamwork. This highlights the potential positive aspect of ostracism in ensuring accountability and preventing exploitation within communities. While it might come across as stern initially, our inherent fear of social exclusion often serves as a powerful catalyst for positive change. In many instances, individuals who face exclusion confront the reality of their actions and tend to exhibit improved behavior when reintegrated into the group. This mechanism also acts as a deterrent, preventing selfish individuals from taking advantage of the more vulnerable members and fostering an environment where everyone can realize their full potential without fear of exploitation. The research findings indicate that exclusion prompts participants to align with the more cooperative behavior prevalent in the group. In essence, it compels individuals to conform to a collaborative and considerate approach. So indeed, being effective team players is crucial for the smooth functioning of society. However, being a part of a group should never come at the expense of our individuality. We mustn't let the fear of social exclusion hinder us from expressing our authentic thoughts and beliefs. As we reach a point in life where we reassess the teachings of our childhood, stepping into new beliefs should not be shackled by the worry of judgment from those we grew up with. While caring about the opinions of others is essential for societal harmony, it becomes problematic when it hinders our ability to make independent decisions. Remember, you are an individual with your unique thoughts, ideas, dreams, and goals. Don't let the fear of being disliked hold you back from expressing your desire to pursue unconventional paths, like dropping out of school to become a comedian or starting a business. Embrace the courage to be with someone from a different culture or religion, and don't let the apprehension of what people might think stifle your individuality. This single question often becomes a formidable barrier, preventing many from pursuing their passions. It's like an unyielding chain that wraps around our neck, leaving little room to breathe. We resemble circus elephants, constrained by a rope, a restriction that might exist only in our imagination. True freedom lies in having the audacity to be disliked and the courage to stand resolute in your beliefs, even when the crowd voices different opinions. To stand when everyone else is sitting and to run when everyone else is standing requires remarkable courage. Embracing your authentic self, irrespective of societal expectations, demands this same courage. Developing the strength to be disliked is no small feat. It's ingrained in our nature to care about what others think, and deviating even slightly from that norm goes against our biological inclination. Yet, here's the good news. It's a challenge we can overcome. The foremost realization to embrace is that everyone, much like yourself, grapples with their insecurities. Stepping into the world, we are often engulfed in our concerns, falsely believing that others are scrutinizing and condemning us. However, the truth is that more often than not, people are preoccupied with their worries and aren't fixating on anyone else. When criticisms do surface, they often stem from individuals projecting their insecurities onto us in an attempt to elevate themselves. Resist allowing them to succeed in bringing you down. The distinction between ostracism in early humans and contemporary society lies in accessibility. In the past, only your closest relatives and clan members could cast you out. Today, thanks to social media, anyone and everyone can voice an opinion about us, and we're compelled to take notice. The predicament arises when we find ourselves absorbing criticism from individuals whose advice we wouldn't seek. Consider this. If you wouldn't welcome a stranger into your home due to privacy concerns, why allow them into your mind, the most private place of all? At times, those passing judgment and hindering your journey toward your true potential aren't strangers. They might be childhood friends or relatives. In such instances, it's crucial to remind ourselves that the repercussions of living outside our primary group are not as dire as they once were. We now possess the tools and resources to thrive independently. You have the option to seek out another group, one that embraces your authentic self rather than attempting to mold you into something you're not. While I've expressed some reservations about social media in this video and others, there are positives as well. In situations where you no longer feel a connection to the group you were born into or grew up with, the internet provides a platform for a global community willing to accept you. All you need to do is invest the time to discover and connect with them. This requires a lot of courage to do it, and it'll take a lot of time to get done. There was a teacher who once said, "If you want something but don't even try, it means you don't even deserve it." It's time for you to decide your faith. Embarking on this journey demands immense and unwavering courage. It's a process that requires time, patience, and commitment. Wishing you strength and perseverance as you navigate this odyssey. May the journey unveil the best version of yourself. Until next time, I wish you the best, and peace out.